Guys, it's that special time of year. It's the Riyadh Comedy Festival. And all of your favorite comedians are performing at the pleasure of Turki Al Sheikh. And he is the head of the entertainment authority over there. And he has so many people thrown in prison because they tweeted stuff he didn't like about the soccer team or whatever, that there's a wing of a prison nicknamed after him where they hang people by their heels from the ceiling. Now, there's a lot of drips, killjoys, and dweebazoids who are saying, oh, they shouldn't do comedy over there because it's whitewashing a regime that just in June killed a journalist and killed Jamal Khashoggi and played a big role in 9/11. Shut up. Name one comedian who hasn't whored themselves out to a dictator. Sinbad in the 80s would go perform for dying Nazis hidden out in Argentina. Mr. Bean would do private shows for Idi Amin. Me and Bibi Netanyahu have collaborated. I pitched him a prank show called The West Bank. Let's not get our, moral panties yanked up, wedged high in our rumps. Human Rights Watch has been begging the comedians not to participate in the whitewashing of the horrors that are ongoing in Saudi Arabia. Ugh, what a
comedy. Yo, listen, something is up over there in Dubai. I like to call it Dubai. I don't know why it sounds French, Dubai. But then I thought it was the UAB. I didn't, or UIB. I was like, Alabama. Like, I don't know the acronyms for this area. I know they got a lot of money. Nigga. Like in Coming to America, he even got his own money. That's how I feel about these Middle Eastern people. Because I don't want to offend anybody or say something and die. So we're going to keep it light. Okay. They've been saying wild things like how they treat women over there and how they're a dictatorship and how like some of the things you just can't say or the Sultan of SWAT will take your life, And when I look at it, I think to myself, if I was a comedian and I got called and they were like, hey, we love your stuff. We want you to come over here and tell us some jokes. And they say, yo, we're going to give you $500,000. I'd be like, what kind of jokes? I think about it. I probably would just end up going anyway because I don't give a fuck what nobody else feel. I don't care about anybody else's feelings when it comes to the decisions that I make. I think, I've seen some of those that did not get picked, trying to chastise those that listen, get your bag, man. Now, if you want to protest against it to make a stand for something that you believe in, absolutely. But if it's just because you I want to change the narrative, get the fuck out of here. And why is this even big news? It's talking about blood money and blood jokes. Sultans of all time, right? Sultans from here to the beginning of time have had gestures or had entertainment. When you have endless funds, it gets boring. Or at least that's what they tell us. But big names like Chappelle, freaking Kevin, Hart, you got Shane was supposed to go. I think he ended up declining. They had Tim Dillon going, and I don't think they like homophobia. So I don't know how that was going to work. And maybe that was the reason why he got, fired from the festival. But I feel like you got to allow people to do whatever they want, right? Somebody was like, that they hang people upside down from the ankles when they don't obey. And I'm like, well, obey. I don't know what to tell you. You in a dictatorship. As long as there's a contract that says I come over there and I'm not going to jail, then I'm cool. Where's the problem? Give me my money and let me go about my business. A quick, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 15 minutes and get up out of there, nigga. I'm gone. But I don't understand all of the hoopla, right? So we got some videos. We're going to play some videos. We're going to play a video There's a song that was made. Like this is wild. I don't know how all of this stuff is working out, but I personally could give. I don't care. Go do your shows. Make your money. You know, I get one end of the spectrum is like, you gotta, do you know what they do over there? And I'm like, everybody does. Maybe I can go spread some joy. And maybe the people that need the joy is not even going to be the people that's going to see the show. But I don't know until I go, right? But will something internally make me be like, I shouldn't be doing this? Probably. And I mean, there's so much going on over there in the Middle East. Maybe it's a way to make a statement. I don't know. But what I do know is that, do you have a moral compass as a comedian? Does it matter whether, you know, what you're willing to do or where you're willing to perform? Because, I mean, they gave people a hard time about performing for Trump. They gave people a hard time about performing. That's just the name of the game. So listen, if y'all have any extra slots, I know this shit's not over until October, but if you have any extra slots and you want to get me out there, I will tell some jokes. And I make fun of women sometimes. So you should like it. I don't know. So let's go to these clips and then, yo, tell me how y'all feel. Like, do y'all even care that because I don't even know why they're making it a big deal. I don't. But tell me in the comments, man. I'll get at y'all in the next one.
Because no one ever raises money for terrorists, right? I guess, unless you do a comedy show in, like, Saudi Arabia. Isn't that what they do? You know, that's how they raise money with their filthy fucking oil money.
But hey, as one legend of the channel sadly fades into the background, another rises up to fill the void, as Mark Maron has been one of the comedians calling out the Riyadh disaster lately, just as I thought Bill Burr would.
And, don't get me started about the Riyadh Comedy Festival.
Oh, I think I saw that. Yeah, that looks like...
You think you saw it? How is it
no, I did see that. Yes.
It's under the radar that all these huge acts, I can name names, but you can just go look it up, were offered complete, ridiculous amounts of the bloodiest money on the planet.
Yeah.
you know, but it's like, does it just come to that? And look, I can maintain this position because one, I wasn't asked.
Yeah, of course. That's always with me.
And I don't think I'd go. I know I wouldn't. But it's like, does history not matter at all? I mean, literally, it's like the Riyadh Comedy Festival from the guys who brought you 9/11. Do you know what I mean? It's like, is that just nostalgia?
It's brutal. Alla shiki Luigi Manjon. Hey, it feel Luigi Manjon. Yo, we getting Riyadh money. Yeah. We getting Riyadh money. I am a cook, I got a shitty black and white. Yeah. I am a cook, I got a shitty black and white. It's brutal. We getting Riyadh money. Yo, we getting Riyadh money.
Now that Riyadh money got them selling they souls. If they wasn't telling jokes, they be selling they hoes. They do anything for dollars, even say a prayer to Allah. Balaclavas on their faces just to pack out a show. Whoa.